Well, good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. My name's Amy Holmwood, and I'm so happy to be with you tonight to be sharing this opportunity with you that has completely changed my life. I'll just tell you a little bit of my background. I've been a financial advisor since 1986. I started out in the insurance industry working with clients to help them with estate planning, and I was in a business with my dad after a few years of being in that industry and worked in a family business and was always an entrepreneur and was always working with really successful business owners. And I learned a lot from that experience. And when I was 50, 7 years ago, I retired from that industry. I did have some health issues that put me really in a place where I really needed more solutions than what I was getting from my traditional doctors. I contracted Lyme disease in 2002, and that causes a bacterial infection in the body that creates a tremendous amount of something called oxidative stress. And so I had to learn about nutrition and diet and exercise just to change what was happening to me because I was just prematurely aging. And it really brought me down a road to this company, LifeVantage, that I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight. I was really fortunate that about 6 years ago, Marcy Steiner shared this information with me. I'm going to walk through some slides with you guys to just give you guys, some background on what we're really up to here and why I'm so excited about this, as a financial advisor and as someone who has had some health issues. And so I know all of us out there are dealing with people that we love that are getting information about a lot of different kinds of supplements, and there's so much information out there. And I really want to just hone in on what we're up to and why we're so different. And I'm a biohacker. I'm taking control of my own biology. And really what that's about is it's about understanding that your body is like a computer and it has a blueprint, and that's your DNA. And you can change the expression of that blueprint with the things that you do. And so the word biohacking is really getting into that biology of yours and making it perform at the optimum level. And that's really what is on the cutting edge of this company that we're with, LifeVantage. And we're at the forefront of this, and we're talking about it. There are some other companies out there that started talking about this really in Silicon Valley, California, talking about how they can improve brain performance with herbs and things like that, and even meditation and different types of exercise. But because of the environmental assault that we're all living under right now, we're totally being hijacked in the environment that we live in. Just even the electromagnetic frequencies alone, which there's published papers now talking about how electromagnetic frequencies severely cause something called oxidative stress. I'm going to talk to you guys about that condition in a minute. But basically, we're being inundated with all of this toxic overload, and we have to take charge of our bodies, and we can. That's the good news that I learned from learning about LifeVantage and also getting into this whole sector and really understanding how the body does work. We can take control of that, and that's what biohacking is. And we're biohacking in so many other areas of our life besides our health. We're also looking at how can we change our lives in a positive way to have a better life, to have a better quality of life, which will also improve our health. And so when we look at how can we control this, again, we are surrounded by all this stuff, and it's damaging the very fabric of who you are. Inside the DNA of your body is being mutated from all of these carcinogens and all of the stress that we're under in life. And all this inflammation that's caused is causing something called oxidative stress, which is a rusting of the human body. It's literally breaking down the cells just from breathing in air, and all this damage is happening to our bodies. And as we age, we just have more and more of this condition of oxidative stress. And this is something that you could just compare it to rust on a bicycle or on a car. It's just building up over time, and that's what your cells are doing on the inside. And so why not, if we had a way to turn that back to have those cells be normal again, and we could get control of that, wouldn't that be something that would be exciting to know about? And that's what nutrigenomics is. And this is the news I want to give you guys today. This is on the forefront of something that's absolutely huge. I'm going to talk about the technology of it, and I'm also going to talk about a little bit of the science and then the business that we're in with this company, LifeVantage. But this is a branch of nutritional genomics that basically is saying we're going to study foods and dietary components that are going to change the expression of your genes, which are controlled by your DNA. And if you can exchange the expression of that with plants and different supplements, that is something that would be so incredible. And that's what we have, you guys. We're showing proof that we change the expression of our genes in a positive way to turn down all that inflammation in the body. So when you look at your DNA, there's these proteins. They're called transcriptional proteins, and they really talk to the cell. It's translating information. It's communication like in a computer. And those proteins control the regulation of your muscles, your hormones, and your enzymes. And those enzymes are free radical killers. So enzymes are fantastic to control inside your cell because they're going to go after that oxidative stress. And so that is what you want to have control over, is those enzymes. So this is where people don't know about this, you guys. People have just been taking vitamins. Those are not going to turn on your enzymes to control that oxidative stress. So people reject this information sometimes when they don't hear it from a doctor. And I want you guys to know that I'm not a doctor. I've been a securities, licensed, registered, certified financial advisor. I've had a very robust career. I've been very successful in business, and I wouldn't get involved in something that I wasn't absolutely 100% convinced was the truth. And so when I first heard this, I didn't reject it right away. I was open to, hey, I know that there is new stuff out there. I want to learn about it. And I want you guys to be open to this too. And I also want you to think about the magnitude if we can really look at our body and this nutrigenomic sector, knowing that we can change the expression of these genes. It's really like these other businesses. It's that big because we have these companies that have taken technology and they've combined taking products that people need and use technology to make those products become successful. With Uber, it's making cars turn into taxis where people can put their cell phone on and get a job. Okay, that's connecting a consumer that needs a taxi to a driver. Renting someone's house, the person can put it on a technology platform with an app and have somebody stay at their house and get paid. These are ways that consumers in this gig economy are connecting with entrepreneurs. And that's what I want you guys to think about with nutrigenomics. If we can give you a platform that you can take this information and bring it out to consumers that can help put you in the same position. This is what I was looking for in my career as a financial advisor, connecting with more customers and entrepreneurs. I was only working with entrepreneurs in my insurance business that were buying insurance policies from me, but they weren't making me money every day the way a social network could. They could a little bit, but nothing like what we have here. And as an older, I'm 57 years old, I don't want to build a business, a bricks and mortar business the way I did before. I was looking at something that was so much bigger than what I did before. And I wanted it to be in the health and wellness space. I was praying for something to come along because this is what I've been passionate about for so long, just to take care of myself. And when I understood the financial dynamics of health and wellness and that 10 million new millionaires are going to be made in the next 10 years, I was totally blown away by that statistic. And that most of them are going to be made in the wellness sector. That didn't surprise me. I was excited about the wellness sector because I know it's one of the fastest growing segments of the economy. So when I understood the dynamics that actually direct selling companies are providing a platform like this for entrepreneurs to make money, and that 80% of females that make over 6 figures in the United States are network marketing professionals, and the other 20% are working in some job in some building, driving in traffic, running around like lunatics, not working from their homes like we are, being entrepreneurs that have a laptop lifestyle. So we're turning back the clock. We're looking at nutrigenomics, and we're going to explode into this anti-aging segment. And this has already been promoted so much over the last 5 years, longevity science and how people want to live longer, healthier lives. And people are looking for ways to live healthier, longer lives. And all these companies, genetic companies, are coming into the sector, and they're making it more possible for people to get information about their own body's genetics. And you're seeing with 23andMe and Ancestry and all these huge companies, Viome, testing your DNA of your microbiome, all this stuff. And now this is just an example of a company called Illumina that within a few years, they're saying for $100, you're going to be able to map out your whole genome and figure out how all this stuff works. So what I'm saying to you guys is this is the beginning of the sector, and you can participate in that. When you think about like 20 years ago, we had all this stuff. We had boom boxes, we had, these CD players, we had, car stereos, we had all this stuff that was separate. And now everything is run on our phone. This is how our medical data is going to be too. It's going to be just like that. We're going to have the ability to understand more how plants and dietary components change the expression of our genes, because we have nutrigenomics, this new platform. Alone by itself, just LifeVantage, because of talking about this with a special product we have, should already be $1 billion company. But people don't understand this yet. The idea alone should be worth $1 billion. You see all those companies out there, they're worth $1 billion. They have no earnings. When you look at our company, LifeVantage, we are so profitable. We're amazing. And we're in this sector now they're saying is a $17 billion sector within the next, basically 5 years. So how do you want to position yourself in business for the next 5 years? Where do you want to spend your time where it's the biggest sector, or are you going to stay with what you're doing and maybe say, oh, I don't have time for something like this? You can't wait around for something like this, because moments of opportunity are rare and they come unannounced. So whoever invited you on this and you totally got caught out of left field, like I did when Marcy called me, when I saw this, I literally said this is an opportunity of a lifetime that has to be seized in the lifetime of the opportunity, which is before everybody else knows about it. You guys, I don't have to convince you of that. You can look back in time on things that maybe you wished you would have bought stock earlier in LifeVantage, or you wished you would have bought stock or some piece of real estate a long time ago in some neighborhood, but you didn't do it. So you also have to know where you're going to get there. And so no wind favors him who has no destined port. So my question to you guys tonight is, what is your destined port? Where are you going to be 5 years from now? I know where I'm going to be. I started this thing 6 years ago, and I'm still going to be on this boat heading in a direction toward the next $1 billion company, which is going to be LifeVantage. And this is the company that I've been working for 6 years that is on the forefront of nutrigenomics. We're the one. We're out there. This is the news that you guys need to understand. We have a supplement called Protandim that's the only supplement in the world that's proven to reduce something called oxidative stress, which is aging of the body, an average of 40% in 30 days. And we now have a study that's been published by the National Institute of Health, National Institute of Aging, that shows that Protandim extends life. It's the only supplement proven in the history of NIH research to show that it has life extension in a mammal by 7% in a male mammal. And it was a little bit of a life extension in a female too, but it wasn't statistically significant. It wasn't a big enough group, okay? But I'm not going to wait around and wonder if this is going to work in humans. I'm taking it, and it's changing my life. It's changing my health. And I'm also looking at my business, and I'm saying, where do I want to be 5 years from now? And is the path I'm on going to take me there? And most people's path that they get stuck on is a hamster wheel of going to school, hopefully getting a college education if they're lucky enough, and then working for 40 to 50 years so that they can then start enjoying their life. And I have a lot of people in my life, now that I'm 57 years old, those people are finally retiring. And they're going, oh my gosh, I can't believe it took me so long. The few people that have been able to do that. And then there's a lot of other people, like the majority, that can't retire, and they never will be able to because they never saved enough money and they weren't in careers that gave them the ability to do that. So with what we have, you guys, this is why it's so important to listen to this, is we have something where you can take that time, that 40 and 50 years, and you can condense it into 4 to 5 to 10 years. In my case, I'm going 10 because I'll be at the top of this company hopefully within, the next month or two. I've been working really hard the last 3 months to get to the top of the company. And when I get there, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going because this is incredible what we're doing. And you can earn and learn. You don't have to be a master at this. You're going to get into this thing. You're going to learn about it while you're doing it. So don't be afraid that you have to know everything. This slide presentation, we all use it. It's easy. And then after that, you guys, you're going to make it some income that's going to come in every single month because people are using these products. And then you're going to be able to enjoy your life while you're working from wherever you feel like. And I'm in Utah right now. And I'm also knowing that there will be 8 billion people on planet Earth within 5 years that have a connection to the internet. Just like all of us right now, there's 85 people on this right now. And this will then go out to thousands of people that will watch this within the next 24 hours that are all connected to the internet getting this information. But there's only 3.8 billion people on the planet that have that connection right now. But within 5 years, everyone will. So just imagine what we can do to help other people to learn about this information and to be able to give people an opportunity to get into an exponential business instead of being on a linear playing field that is just not, it's like such an old method of working, you guys. It's not where it's at, and it's not going to be relevant in the future. You have to re-engineer yourself. into the new technology sector, or you will become irrelevant, because 60% of the workforce within 5 years is going to be working as either consulting or part-time workers, because people don't want to, companies don't want to pay benefits anymore. So people are looking for other types of businesses to get involved in. And this exponential trend is one where we connect with networks of entrepreneurs and customers that are going to be buying products from us all over the world without us even having to talk to them. And that's what I'm talking to you guys about. So how far can you take something like this? It's totally up to you, wherever you want to go with this, because we're still in the beginning stages of the nutrigenomics revolution. And we only have, I think, like 1 million people in the world right now using our products. That's nothing. You guys, there's 313 million people in the United States alone. So we're still just this little speck, and we have the whole world to go to. But when you look at the average annual income of people in LifeVantage, in the company that I'm with, we have really significant cash flows that people are earning on an annual basis, making just a nice part-time income that will help with their retirement in the future. If you don't have a retirement plan and you say over the next 5 years, I need to put some money away, here's a way to do it. And then the money keeps coming in after you've done the work over and over and over again. So this is the part that's unique, you guys. And so I've been able to get to the rank of Elite Pro 9, which brings in about $500,000 of income a year. This is something that most people could never do in a lifetime. So I'm just saying, anyone can do this if they want to. This is a $500 billion sector. We are in this $500 billion right now because we have other products besides Protandim. I'm going to talk to you about a few of our products. It's $300 billion in the anti-aging alone. That's just huge, and that's something that the nutrigenomics is really going to be in that sector because it helps to live longer, healthier lives. Skincare, the same thing. Skincare is huge because people really are caring about what they look like. With what we have, it's more of a science to heal your skin and make your skin healthy. And this is what people really want more than beauty, obviously, is great, which if your skin's healthier, you're going to be more beautiful because it actually turns back the clock on your skin. 57 years old, I look 20 years younger than I did when I got married. I mean, I can show you pictures. If you don't believe me, I'll text them to you. We have this for pets. We're also in the smart energy business with brain products to help us become more focused, that everything we have is natural. And then we also have weight management products. And the timing of our company is we're still in this early adopter phase right here. This is where, you know, a lot of people are going to say no. A lot of people are going to say, we don't, I don't get this right now because there's not enough people talking about it that are telling them, their neighbors aren't saying, oh, you should get into LifeVantage with nutrigenomics. So there's a lot of people these are the innovators. These are the people who, you know what, I'm going to do some research. I'm going to see if this is true. I'm going to prove this to myself. And I'm not going to wait for everybody else. And this is what I encourage you guys to take some time to do. Then you start getting past those early adopters. And then you get into this little purple asterisk. And this is where the company starts going into momentum. And we're not at that place yet. We don't have these, 15% or 16% of the population that's jumping in right away. We still have fewer people than that when they hear this. So don't be discouraged, you guys, if you're involved in LifeVantage and you just got involved or you've been in for a long time and people are just not jumping in fast enough because we haven't hit that critical point yet where more people are going to jump in faster. So you got to stay the course. You got to just hang in there. And you also have to know that network marketing is growing. I just read an article in Direct Selling magazine today that talked about how the sector is growing and it's outpacing so many other sectors, particularly retail. But this is a very powerful sector, and it's something that people should look at and investigate. I didn't know anything about it. I knew I didn't want to be a part of it. That's what I can tell you. And then after I realized what was going on with it, I decided I didn't care what anybody else thought. I was going to take advantage of something that was very rare to find in a place where I could create a significant financial security for my family and also help other people do the same thing using products that I fell in love with so quickly. So you're going to start your biohacking journey with nutrigenomics products. And the first one is Protandim. Protandim is the only supplement proven to reduce oxidative stress an average of 40% in 30 days. And literally, it takes the age of an 80-year-old or a 20-year-old, it doesn't matter the age, they all look like a newborn baby after Protandim. And we have patents on this. We have had a success story of this company for a long time, having very good success with this product in particular. And with all the research that we do have, a number of studies, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But the one thing that you want to understand that's unique about this, you guys, is remember I talked about those little proteins that can change and upregulate things in different aspects of your body. This is an NRF2 protein activator, and that is the master regulator of the body's aging process. That's where we're going to hit that target of NRF2 with Protandim, and we're going to activate inside the cell antioxidant production. And that's where that NRF2 activation is just going to pick up on all these different enzymes that are coded by NRF2 being activated, and they're coded in your blueprint. And it's in every single cell in every organ of your body has a NRF2 protein possibility to be activated. And that's going to be able to turn down all the genes that cause inflammation, which is usually the number one problem everybody has. And everybody has these inflammatory conditions that cause this condition of oxidative stress. So when you think about that NRF2 protein and you compare that 1-to-1 ratio of regular vitamins that people are taking every day. It's the biggest sector, you guys, is vitamins. 1 a day, Centrum, all that stuff people take works on a 1-to-1 basis. It's like an old CD player. Protandim works on a 1-to-1 million, and that is where that NRF2 turns on all those enzymes, neutralizing millions of free radicals every second. That's the difference. That's what you have to understand. Because of the way it's designed to activate NRF2. And there's all these studies that have been done and all these universities that have researched this to validate what I'm telling you guys right now. I'm not a doctor, and most doctors don't know anything about this. So if you want to go to your doctor and talk about NRF2 activation, they're not going to know anything you're talking about. And they're probably going to say, I don't know enough about that. It sounds like maybe you might not want to take that, because they don't know anything about it, when in fact it's just made from plants that are very safe. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the ingredients, but before I do that, I want you to understand the platform this used to be on was being sold through pharmacies. It's just like regular vitamins, Protandim was sold in 10,000 pharmacies around the United States for about 5 years. Back in 2005, 2006, 2007, it's like the Stone Age of supplements compared to where we are right now. There's a whole new world going on with plant-based nutrition, naturopathic medicine, chiropractic, acupuncture. All that stuff is becoming very popular. So Protandim was sitting on shelves when nobody was into any of that stuff, and people didn't buy it. So we had all this press. The company, we got on ABC News, NBC, PBS. We were in the Wall Street Journal, the Today Show. We had all this press, but people still had no idea what this was, and the company wasn't doing any advertising. And along the way, because they did get some press, they got a lot of research that got initiated and funded, and that's what has put us in a position of having 27 peer-reviewed published studies, and now we have 7 patents in the United States to protect the formula. So all this history has been going on behind the scenes to get us to where we are today. We have launched another product, which is a NRF1 activator, which increases the energy in the cell in something called the mitochondria, which the more you understand about longevity and about even health with other diseases, mitochondrial dysfunction is at the center of that, and also oxidative stress. So if you can ramp up mitochondrial production, it's like tuning up your car of the cell, and it's going to give you a tremendous amount of energy that you didn't have before. And this is what is so exciting about this new platform that we have, is we're combining reducing oxidative stress to clean up the cell with having more energy in the cell to give us more energy. And there's just tremendous amount of research around this going on with these ingredients as well, which is phenomenal. And now there's a huge market, you guys, in the probiotic market. Studying the microbiome, which is the lining of your stomach, it's called the mucosal lining. 70% of all the genes in your entire body are living inside of this lining of your stomach. And there's all these microorganisms living there, surviving, working with all these different genes that are causing you to do what you do in your body. And if you take care of that microbiome, you are going to have a totally different health experience. Those little critters that help us stay alive need to be fed properly. And the diet that we have today does not do that. We have a highly processed food diet, and we have a lot of hormones and antibiotics that destroy those microorganisms. So we have got to get really serious about our microbiome. And our company came out with absolutely the best probiotic, which I've been taking probiotics for over 30 years. This probiotic runs circles around anything I've ever seen because it has a patented technology that enables it to be time released down all the way into the lower intestine. And that is something that you have to understand. Probiotics get destroyed. The minute they go into your mouth, they start getting destroyed. They hit your stomach, they get destroyed. And all those microorganisms, as they work through your intestine, go all the way down to your lower intestine and your colon, and it's not making it down there. So we have 60% culture survival rate. And that is something that is unheard of in the industry. This is a game changer, you guys. This has changed our whole company because we have this product now. And then we've added an omega fish oil, which also has vitamin D. So this is something for our brain, our heart, our skin. It is covering all the bases now. We have everything that is going to be able to cover us from head to toe with a protocol that's a biohacking stack. It's called a vitality stack. And this is the foundation of our whole business. So this is how we're building an international, global business by giving people the more researched products that would have ever been available in the market today with the highest quality ingredients, all plant-based and absolutely researched with the highest manufacturing practices. So when you look at our company, now we have a much bigger platform. When I started, all we had was Protandim Nerve 2, a bottle of anti-aging cream, and then Pet Tandem, and that was it. And I still built my business to over $12 million a year. And so now we've started to expand to these other categories, and everything is just exploding. And all of this stuff, you guys, is just, it's top of the line stuff. And I just want to show you this one chart, because when you think about a business like ours, I just want to think about, to all of you new people out there, when you start in a company like this, you're going to get business partners if you decide to join this company, and you're going to get customers. Okay, and 85% of all the volume, 200 plus million of volume in LifeVantage, is coming from customers. And this is phenomenal, that every month they're just buying our stuff over and over again. And then there's distributors. Those are us talking about this that are on this tonight. And all we need to do is promote and get some distributors along with our customers that are going to be our little mouthpiece. And just look, if you have on a monthly basis, if you just bring in, you and you bring your business partner in, and you each do 500 of volume in a month, which is just like, okay, 4 vitality stacks that you get people on auto ship for that. And you're now a pro one, you did 1,000 of volume. And the next month, each of you get 1 more person, and now you have 4. And you're each, those new people do 500. Now you have 2,000 of volume. And now you're looking at your average annual earnings. And I just want you guys to see, if you just literally made a commitment that you and your friends start together, each get 1 new person, and you commit to do 500 of volume on a monthly basis, which is nothing, that's all you continue to do, you'd be a pro 10 in a year if you actually followed through on this. So I want you guys to see the mathematics of this. This is how it works. Now, nobody does this. I don't know why. I tried. I've been trying to do this, and people have done it, I'm sure. I don't know anybody, but I hope someone on this call is going to do it. It's not that complicated, guys. Just show that to enough people. We're in 14 countries right now. We are just getting this party started. We're about to open up in China as well. We actually have a China customer program that's added down to the bottom. We are just literally opening up the world, but we still haven't even tapped the United States yet. So don't think you have to go out and build a global business. How do you recognize a business opportunity? This is what many people don't know how to do, because they never had a business before. They've always worked for somebody else, and they don't think about the factors that are important. But these are the important factors: timing and trends. Timing and trends, nutrigenomics, genomics, technology platforms. 100% all in. We're at the right place at the right time. The company, we have a publicly traded company. Look it up, LFVN on the NASDAQ. It was $3 52 weeks ago. It's trading between $12 and $13 a share right now. We're starting to go into phase 2 of the growth of the company. We have very low debt. We're very strong financially. We're public, so you can go look up anything you want to about the company. Our products, I've already talked to you guys about some of them. Second to none, highest quality products, nutrigenomics, biohacking products that are going to help improve your health, and they're going to give you an opportunity to have a huge business. The system, we are working together as entrepreneurs, connecting arms, locking arms together, building a community and a culture where we all are working together. It doesn't matter what team you're on, we're all working together to help grow this company to $1 billion. And we need to work together because there aren't enough of us out there. So this is something that is so important, and I'm so passionate about building this community because we are bringing in really special people, because we are the early adopters to you guys. We're the ones that are going for it. And also our compensation plan to give you the ability to make kind of income I talked about on a monthly basis that just keeps coming in and can be gifted to your children and grandchildren when you die. It continues. The company doesn't take your business when you die, you guys. So I build this thing up and I leave it to my son. This is incredible. You guys can do the same thing. And if anybody had a dream about, leaving an inheritance or maybe making their kids have a better opportunity and grandkids than they had, this is a place to do that. And this resonated with me in a huge way, that part of this business model. So these are the factors, you guys. This is a stat sheet, 26, we now have 27 peer-reviewed studies. First sold through pharmacies and vitamin stores, went into direct selling in 2009, 11 patents, new categories, unbelievable management team, the highest level of managers and CEO that you could ever have. We have a news report. For anybody that hasn't seen that yet, you're going to want to go on YouTube, type in Protandem and ABC Primetime Investigative Report, and you're going to see a mind-blowing news report that happened to our company in 2005. And then we have a 30-year sponsorship, or excuse me, a $30 million sponsorship with Real Salt Lake, which is the fastest growing sport in the world, is national soccer. And I'm out here in Utah right now. We have a ski house out here and the games are amazing. But anyway, LifeVantage is on the jerseys, which is all over the world now. So when you think of global, you think, this is going to give us a branding opportunity. Our CEO, you guys, he's been with the company for 3 years. He was hired and brought over from another company that he had just taken to $1 billion over 4 years. That's what his job was. He was president of global expansion for the company. That's what he did. And then when he saw this opportunity, he brought all his best friends over from other companies that all have about 25 years each in direct selling. So we couldn't have a better team. Now we have all this technology with our laptop lifestyle that we can live, where we have an app to run our businesses from our cell phones that has really phenomenal technology, connecting with your team. Also, we're using a lot of Facebook groups, you guys, for training. I did a Facebook Live last night. I had like 1,000 views, in 24 hours. You can build this thing however you want to. You just want to talk to the person that invited you and find out what their training is, because we're all basically using the same training. And a lot of people are using Facebook. When you get started in this, there are different options to get involved as a distributor. And there's different kits. One is called a gold kit, cold pack, platinum pack. They come with more product than what you're spending. And then from there, you get all the other benefits of your business without having to spend anything on a monthly basis to get those different services. We have our corporate, team running the company. We have our production, which manufacturing, how they make this stuff and source it from all over the world. Quality control, shipping. We don't handle anything. The product, everything's done from our smartphone. Orders are placed and everything gets shipped out by the company. They handle all the customer service with a VIP line. There's website, information technology, all the advertising, marketing. You guys, we don't pay for any of that. We don't pay for our back office. We don't pay for our website. We don't pay for our app. We pay for nothing. All we pay for is the product that we use each month. And we're users of our products. And I encourage you guys to when you get involved in this, when you understand the compensation plan, to have $200 of orders yourself and teach your entire downline to do the same thing. Because if you're going to use the products and you do it that way, you'll always make the maximum compensation with the company. You'll never have to worry about it. That's the only expense you're going to have in your business. Talk to your tax advisor. Those products, generally speaking, can be tax deducted, but I'm not going to give you tax advice. I'm just telling you a $200 overhead expense, and that's not a cost because you're getting product that you're going to use that's going to help you have a longer, healthier life. So we get paid weekly, you guys. Every week we get paid. An order gets placed this week. The next week you get paid on a Tuesday. A 40% commission on any new order that you place that you had just a new customer or distributor. The following month, when they order again, you're going to get paid a royalty commission. So it's not going to be the same 40%. It's going to be 43%, which is higher. But then it's divided between 9 different people. So that's your royalty commissions. And you become very profitable over time as that builds up bigger and bigger. And you're still doing your new orders, but that other royalty commission that's coming in every month is going to be split out, and it's going to be something that you're going to be really happy that you built. And then over time, you're going to build your business to a point. Once you get to 100,000 a month in your whole group, that's you and everyone else in your downline, you start sharing in what's called global revenue sharing. 4% of the whole world's revenue gets put into a pool, and you start getting bonuses based on that. And that is another area that you can make significant income. And as that pool gets larger, as the company goes to $1 billion, that is going to be insane. So I'm just telling you guys, you don't want to miss this. It's worth it, okay? Short-term imbalance, do what you're scared to do and so hard to do right now in your life because you don't have time to fit it in. Short-term imbalance for long-term balance. Totally different lifestyle after you do this. And there's something called high noon. And somebody experienced that the pain of continuing on the path that they're on is greater than a pain of changing. Change is brutal. People hate to change. But the pain that you're experiencing is so awful because you know it's not going to work, that you have to do something different. That's called high noon. And that if you're at high noon, talk to the person that invited you on this. You also realize that the career you've made is not keeping pace with the vision of where you want to be in your life, or it's going to be obsolete. You're not going to have a job because you're going to be replaced by either a robot or some junior associate coming out of India, okay, that's going to take your job. So you have to pay attention to where you are in your life right now and think about what it's going to look like 5 years from now, because you're going to remember this. If you're on this presentation tonight, you're going to remember that you had this opportunity. I promise you, you're not going to forget this call tonight, this call to action tonight. Now, I just want to tell you guys that anything I said and whatever we do at LifeVantage is never intended to treat, cure, heal, mitigate, or diagnose any disease, or also make any income claims. Just want to say thank you so much. It was so great to do. Stu Brody, I love doing your calls on Thursday nights, so anytime. And I just want to thank you guys for being here. Happy New Year. And I'm so looking forward to working with any of you. You guys can find me on Facebook if you want to talk anytime. And, have a wonderful evening. Thank you.